You know what time it is. It's 11:30 p.m. It's time for the Better Late Show. It's your friendly neighborhood Dr.Ben. What's going on, everybody? Tonight we're going to be looking at, I guess this is called maybe like a bootleg comic book or a bootleg underground. Turn this down just a hair for those that are hard of hearing. My friends that are hard of hearing that are watching. I'm gonna be watching. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna be looking at Peter's Muscle. That's a fun title. Peter's Muscle. Peter. It is not from Marvel Comics. Is the one thing I will point out here. This is the cover. This is like a mini comic size, Peter's Muscle. It is by Michael Deforge. It is, I'm not sure even when this was printed. I don't know. Doesn't say. Does it say on the back? I don't think it even says on the back when it was printed. Oh, wait. It says that Peter's Muscle was drawn in 2010 for the... We're not going to mention who it was drawn for. Avoid one of my own complications. Anyways, this is, as I said, it's like a bootleg Spider-Man fan fiction, I guess is what we would call this. Called Peter's Muscle. It's all kind of drippy looking like that. I like that. One thing about Michael Deforge is he is like a fantastic letterer. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he like finds different fonts or if he just makes them up or alters existing fonts. I'm not really quite sure. But they're always interesting. You know, even this stuff on the front that is hard to read. It's this weird, like, I don't know what you would call that. That's fun. So anyways, looking inside, it is, we start off, we got Spider-Man here, laying on a couch thing. I had a weird dream. I noticed a lot of these comics that I find are about dreams. Dreams have always been one of the things that have always fascinated me, so... Oh, there. I'm not going to move the camera. I'm not going to. And this is pretty short, so we can just kind of read through it. Because that's the thing. I don't even think there's anywhere that you can find this. Maybe on eBay or something you might be able to find a copy. I don't know. I got it in 2011 at the Brooklyn Comics and Arts Festival in New York City. From Mr. Deforge himself. I saw him there. I think I gave him copies of whatever I had at the time, and he gave me this comic, and he gave me some other ones that I didn't bring over here by the desk. And you know, I've always found Mr. Deforge to be like Michael Deforge to be an interesting cartoonist, inspiring for, you know, just his unique, interesting takes on things. I don't agree with him on a lot of things, you know, like different political takes or whatever. I don't agree with what he thinks or says sometimes. I'm not going to get into it because this isn't a political show usually. But you know, I do like to, like I said, I'm one of the people that's trying to be a good comics person, you know? Like, I'm not trying to shut out people because I have a different opinion or they have a different opinion from me. I don't think that's the right way to do things, you know? Like, I think we all need to try and understand each other. And if you don't talk to someone or if you block them or, cancel them, as you know, it's been going on online lately, that people cancel pigs or censorship swine. Not good. Not a good look for comics or for anything, you know? But so anyways, let's go ahead and go through this. Spider-Man's laying there on the couch. I had a weird dream. I was on my way to work. I felt something squishy on the sidewalk. I bent down to feel what it was. It was like the sidewalk was some thin membrane covering a face. Covering a face. I'm going to pull this up a little bit so we can see it better. I bent down to feel what it was. It was like the sidewalk was some thin membrane covering a face. Behind you. Hello, Peter. Your aunt and I have something to tell you. The doctor and I have been seeing each other. I like his, is there a way to zoom on the screen? Oh, there is. Look at that. Perfect. The doctor and I, the way his face is like sweaty, it's so funny to me. My aunt had agreed to move in with him. He bought a cottage in Vermont for the three of us. My aunt is my legal guardian, so I was forced to go along with it. So for one, this tells us we can infer that Spider-Man at this point is actually more of a spider-teen. Because if Aunt May is his legal guardian, that would mean he is under the age of 18. So spider-teen. There was no crime to fight, so I mostly did chores. I was afraid that if I told my aunt Dr. Octopus was a supervillain, he would in turn reveal my own terrible secret. And look at that. They're like, pushing him on the swing. It's so goofy. Doesn't she kind of wonder, like, why he has tentacles? I think that's kind of like the absurdity. Well, this is a dream, is what he says. One night, I was having a hard time sleeping. There was a low humming noise coming from my aunt's room. There he goes to go check it out. And doesn't she wonder why he's dressed up as Spider-Man? And as we can see, there they are. He opens the door, Dr. Octopus and Aunt May getting it on. It's so goofy. The way they're such a simple drawing, but it's so, they're so sweaty. It's so just disgusting looking, just disturbing, you know? And we have these just silent panels. A weird little nibble there. They're all sweaty. Is that a butt? That's Dr. Octopus's butt. It's so silly. So this is why I love comics, because you can have a serious comic and then you can just put something like this right beside it, and it's just as equal, you know? It's just as important and just as valid as a comic or a manga or whatever you want to call it. A manga. I could barely process what I was seeing. There was still that humming noise, like a dial tone, maybe? I had a hard time hearing above it. I felt the blood rush to my head. He rips one of Dr. Octopus's tentacles off. Hey, look at this. These staples, the staples in the middle are not rusty, so I don't know what he did. Got these staples that don't rust, but congratulations. Ripping off tentacles. Peter, what are you doing? Rips off his arm. Why, Peter? Why? Oh, he ripped off her arm. I never realized that before now. That is what he accidentally ripped off Aunt May's arm. Why, Peter? Why? And then I woke up. That's the end. That's the end of that Peter's muscle. And the next, there's another little 3-page thing here, which is just kind of again shows like Deforge's surrealism I guess is what you would call it. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's one of the things that I've always enjoyed about his work is just this weird, strange, obsessive doodles and details that he puts into everything. They're so just, they create such a sense of space, and they're so just bizarre. You know, his characters have all these just, what is that? Is it like a dog, an anteater or something? Like, is that its eye, its mouth? What is that, you know? It's so weird. Get a better picture of it. This guy's holding it up and then stabs it, smashes it with his fist. He's eating it or something, ripping it apart. Like, what is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, he puts all these just bizarre scenarios and just surreal events. And he's bringing it over to this shadowy creature thing, which is the giant head of the kid from, what is that, Foxtrot? Somewhere around here I've got a page of comics. Unless, did I burn them? I might have burned those already. It's winter, so I've got to burn paper to keep warm here in the studio. Down here in Ohio, up here, over here, wherever, depending, in Ohio, we're right on the lake. We're not down in central or southern Ohio. We're up right on the lake, Lake Erie. It gets cold. We get the lake effect. The lake affects snow. Gotta stay warm and gotta burn anything that is combustible. So, wood, paper, bone, plastic, whatever will burn, we gotta burn to stay alive. What am I even talking about? Anyways, here's the dude from Foxtrot. His little head splits open and tentacle or slime arm or something, ectoplasm, comes out and grabs this creature that this guy killed, sloops it back inside, and then just see him smiling. I don't think there hasn't been a word in this one yet, has there? There hasn't been any balloons or words or anything. And that's it. That's the end of the comic strip there. Psychiatric help, the doctor's in. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. This has just been one of my favorite little bootlegs or underground comics or whatever you would call it. I've got a few others of Mr. Deforge's works that if people like it, we'll cover more of them. I guess maybe that's the thing, is to try to cover what you all like. So if you like a comic that I cover, leave a comment, tell me you want to see more like that, or alternatively, if you don't like a comic, by all means, don't feel afraid to complain. Look at that. Ugh. Getting it on. Oh my gosh, so disturbing. I guess this is going to be one of the short ones, huh? This is only 10-15 minutes we've been here. But this is a short comic, so, sometimes that's what you get. There's Doctor Strange. Spider-Man talking to Doctor Strange, tell him all this. So I guess that makes me wonder if Spider-Man is just dreaming of when he was a teen, or dreaming that he's a teenager and he's still a minor under the care of Aunt May, or it's silly, you know what I mean? Like it's to me, I like it because it shows how many different approaches you can have to these characters that I would think of Spider-Man as being like worn out. What more could you do with Spider-Man? He's been around since you know, the 1800s or whatever. And what more stories could you tell about Spider-Man that aren't just going to be like rehashes of something that's already been told? And here we have this. We have this Peter's muscle. What else are good? Oh, the Ants comic. I don't have the Ants comic though from Deforge. I don't have that one. So, but yeah, I guess we can have short videos sometimes. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. We'll play. It's enough of this crazy jazz. We'll play you out with Braze It Up with the Duran Brazier. How do I turn this up a little?